we have to talk through this. I actually don't like to use concealer as a base for shadows. For one thing, concealer tends to dry down on its own. And then I also do not recommend setting eyeshadow base. I like to set with the eyeshadow as I go. And I'm gonna show you, actually let me make it this a little bit bigger, okay? I'm gonna just do a big old patch here. I'll go around it, okay? And then I'll just smooth it out with this brush because it's larger area. I feel like we need to really study what's going on. Now imagine you're taking powder, okay? This is what we were taught on YouTube, we as in me, and then we would set, and then I would try to put shadow on top of this, which I'm about to show you. Let me switch brushes, that one has sparkle on one side. Okay, I'm just gonna take a matte shadow, and it's already gonna go on patchy, right? And then I'm gonna take a sparkle shadow, even with my finger, and it's not gonna be as good as it could. And also, this could wear off because it's not being worked into anything, and it's just kind of sitting on top of something that's already dry and set. I'm doing an eye tutorial. It's gonna be very quick, but this is what's happening. No matter what I do here, I always like to be mindful. And yeah, still. All right, let's go. Now, I want you to not feel like you have to go buy something. If you want, try your concealer still, just don't set it. But I do recommend actual eye primers. I love this Gerard Cosmetics one. I love a clear one. This one from Milk is my favorite. But listen, I even like to use liquid shadows. I feel that it's really the setting with the powder that is the true saboteur. I'm gonna use clean canvas, but let's just pretend like we're using your concealer because this is not about buying anything. It's about techniques. The first thing you're gonna see me do is I'm using a brush that is very, very dense. It's angled, and it's just going to get this super duper thin across the lid. And that is usually one of the mistakes we are making. We are kind of just throwing on concealer or eyeshadow base, and we are not taking that time to press this in and get this super, super even. Even if we're using a clear eyeshadow base, we just kind of throw that on, right? That needs to be worked in across the skin. And another thing is, for this type of base, I'm not going to use a stick eyeshadow, and I'm not going to use a liquid eyeshadow. This particular base is just going to be for powder eyeshadows. In fact, when I use a liquid shadow or a stick shadow, something like this, I just grabbed one randomly, I'm not going to use any base. Think of these and liquid shadows like this one's from 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗬. Think of these as the base. And I always want to reassure you, with this type of base and even a concealer, don't be afraid of creasing. The only thing we're going to do is just not set the crease. That's all. I promise you this creasing is completely normal because we can come back in a minute and smooth it out. Exactly what we do with our concealer. Remember how I said earlier we're going to set as we go? I do like to use the side of a brush, and I'm setting where I have friction. And look at how pigmented and smooth that is. Let's pick up more. It's perfect. Shout out to the brush a little bit. The fibers and even how flat it is, they are helping us out here. But I still don't want you to feel like you need to go buy the brush, my friends. Ooh, look at that. We're already off to a great start. I'm gonna add a little bit less. I'm just gonna tap in once. And then we already have our transition. Looks like we have 2 shadows on. We just got the one. And I'll show you the sparkle too. If you want to apply even less and do some circular motions for a nice little buff, I would switch to an 𝗕𝗏𝗡, which is fluffier. Just very quickly. It's not about my brush. It's just showing you size difference. This one's more of like a placer blender, and then this is more like just an actual buffer. So we can take that, bring it in here. The shape's really up to you. I'm just kind of showing you the smoothness, and then I'm gonna grab this shade with the 𝗕𝗏𝗡, the fluffier one, because I don't want to deposit too much up here because then it could turn gray. But we need to make sure that all of that base or concealer is nice and set. Now, set as you go. That was something I struggled with. And remember what it looked like on my forehead? Setting as you go gets you such a smoother blend. Let me show you this side. See how I'm just avoiding that crease? And even if I did happen to hit that crease once or twice, just grab that, smooth it out. I wanted to show you that too. But we're gonna come back over here as well, but I just don't want that creasing to discourage you. Noticing that I'm pressing this in, this is one more thing that really clicked for me. Think of setting eyeshadow base and concealer. Think of it the same way you set your under eye. You really wanna work powder into the concealer. Think of the eyeshadow as the powder that's setting the concealer. When you press and really work it into a base, not only is it smoother, you will not have creasing. My eyeshadow has not creased in, I don't know how long, my friends. I have to do another demonstration. So imagine a sparkly shadow on something really, really dry, and then I do love clear bases for this. So I'm gonna put this right here. And then imagine a sparkle on something really, really wet. I'm sure most of you are guessing exactly what this is gonna look like. Here's our sparkle on the matte. Still very pretty, and pick up more. But then here is our sparkle on the wet. See even how more pigment it is? This is just a little bit more diffused, and then this is just obviously more wet and intense. And that base absolutely dries down because you're setting it. But it's kind of that same idea. And again, this you could even have flaking and creasing because that shadow just really doesn't have anything to hold on to. Look, I finally did my nails. And also, I'm gonna use this, but I'm gonna tell you, sometimes these thicker bases and even concealer, because they're so heavy, they sometimes eat sparkle. Does that make sense? It just kind of gets in here no matter how thin we get it, but because there's so much pigment here, it just kind of goes and eats it, and then it's kind of a little bit dull, but we're gonna be okay today. But I think that that's a helpful tip. But if you wanted something to just be wildly, perfectly sparkly, I would use a clear base. I would. The one I just showed you was from Essence, and I really like it, and it's very affordable. It's the Jelly Grip. I'm a complicated creature, my friends. I am gonna overcomplicate this. I'm gonna take this and put this on the outer part. Now, I'm only gonna mention this brush because somebody did just ask about it. It's actually really great for shimmers. This one's more of a satin leaning to a shimmer, but not quite. But it's coming back in 2 weeks, the brush. Menace for a minute. Now let's do this color in the center. So shiny, and it's going on that wet eyeshadow base, so it's becoming friends very, very easily. It's gonna last, and it's more shiny. And then I'm wiping the brush off in between. I have Sheila in my lap. We'll grab this shade, and then that will go on the front part. Good stuff. Take just a whisper on an E28. I grabbed it on the tip of the brush so I can just kind of push it in here and just shade out there. And there you go. Now we got us a sassy little eyeshadow look. It looks very, very smooth. It's gonna keep filling in a couple more gaps here. Oh, and that's another really good tip. I do like to think of eyeshadow as filling in the blanks. That clicked for me when I learned it. I hope that that helps. Here's our finished eyeshadow look. One last tip is I'll take whatever powder I'm using and I just soften the edges. You can even soften over here. Just a quick little melty. Okay, I hope this is helpful. Love you, bye.